Have you ever looked back at your diet from 10 years ago and thought, what was I thinking? I definitely have, and it's changed everything for me. In this video, I'm going to take you through the meals I used to eat, the food philosophies I followed, and how those changes affected my energy, digestion, and even physique. You'll see how my old eating habits left me feeling worse, bloated, and frustrated, and how some small shifts in my food choices has completely changed not just how I feel, but also how I look. Then stick around till the very end because I'm going to share the few key things that I did that helped me get the majority of the results. What's up and welcome to the video. I'm Dr. Daniel Ricciardi, gut health expert, licensed pharmacist, fitness enthusiast, creator of SIBO shortcut and the gut health supplement Bloat Blocker. In this video, we're going to discuss what my diet was like 10 years ago at age 26, then what my diet is like now at age 36. We'll compare the key differences between the two, and I'll share some stories and personal examples from my life on how this all happened. So going back to age 26, a typical day of eating for me looked like 3 meals and 3 snacks. I would say each of the meals was probably medium in size and each of the snacks were small in size. And I'm going to dive into this a lot more real soon. Back when I was 26 years old though, I used to work in the pharmacy, which is a very fast-paced work environment. And back then, which would have been 2015, we actually didn't get to take any breaks to have lunch or anything like that while we were working in the store. So my solution to this would be I would take all my food, throw it in a blender, blend it up, and I would drink it throughout the day while I'm working. So some of the stuff I'd throw into smoothies would be raw, uncooked oatmeal, whey protein powder. Typically, I would use the Optimum Nutrition one, which I do not recommend doing, but this is what I did for a really long time because it was the gold standard. I would typically also put in peanut butter, some sort of fruit like banana, sometimes some spinach or some sort of green, and then I would top it up with ice and water. In the days that I worked, which would typically be between a 6 and a 12-hour shift, I would sip them every couple hours throughout my work shift. When I was not at work at age 26, I got most of my diet and nutrition advice online and from different bodybuilders because that's who I wanted to be like. So there was a huge emphasis on calories and huge emphasis on macros and getting enough protein and the right amount of carbs and fats. So I was already aware of this and doing this. And I also did not really love cooking. A lot of the foods I would be eating for protein, for example, would be something like those Tyson chicken fingers that you get in the frozen food section of a grocery store. I'd eat highly processed tortillas, highly processed bacon, which is tough to find one that's not highly processed, yogurt with a lot of added thickeners and added sugars, bread that was highly processed, and highly processed cheese. Probably by now you're noticing a trend. With that said, if I typed everything into MyFitnessPal or an app that tracked calories and macros, everything looked great. I'm hitting my macros and my calories and I'm doing this consistently. Despite this, constantly I would get food cravings, feel hungry, but also at the same time would be constantly bloated and gassy, which it's kind of a weird dynamic to think about, that you're feeling hunger, but at the same time, you're also bloated, because feeling like you want to eat more food, but also being bloated so you know it's going to make you feel even worse is not a good place to be. I did struggle from a condition called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which is SIBO, which does contribute to bloating, but eating this diet and these foods still was doing me no favors, because if I eat these foods today, I still don't feel great. A couple other things on my diet from 10 years ago. I tried to never eat carbs before bed because I thought it would just convert to body fat. I drank alcohol every weekend, was always trying to time my meals so I had protein coming in every couple of hours, was always bringing food with me and trying to plan ahead. What am I going to need if I go here? And if I have to do this during the day, how many snacks do I have to bring with me and put in my car in a lunchbox? So that was 10 years ago. Today, age 36, what I do now is quite different. I only eat a small breakfast, and then my lunch and dinner are borderline large to huge. To quantify it, they're each over 1,000 calories. This may not be the best idea for everybody to do, but it seems to be what works best for me. The exact foods I've been eating regularly lately on a normal, typical workday. Breakfast is bowl of fat-free Greek yogurt, 0 added ingredients. I'd also have a banana and about half a tablespoon of honey. For lunch, I have 2 large slices of local sourdough, 3 eggs, usually 4 to 6 ounces of either beef or chicken, some Parmesan or goat cheese, caramelized onions, which make everything taste fantastic. And then for my lunch dessert, I have Greek yogurt and then either some chocolate chip cookies that are from my own personal recipe ebook, or blueberry muffins, which are also in my recipe ebook. I'll link that down in the description below. And then I top it off with another drizzle of honey. So the Greek yogurt combined with the cookies and the muffins and the honey, to me, this tastes just as good as like a dessert that you would get at a restaurant. I absolutely love it, and I eat this every day. So dinner, again, a very large or huge meal, I'll have either beef, chicken, or fish, some sort of potato, some sort of veggie. Probably could eat more veggies, but I usually only have them with dinner. And then for dessert, I'll have the same exact thing that I'll have for lunch. The Greek yogurt's really nice because for each serving, which is about 170 grams or about 6 ounces, you get 17 or 18 grams of protein, and it helps me get the 160 grams of protein in that ballpark that I'm trying to get every day. For special occasion meals or going out to brunch or something on the weekends, I love getting tacos, burgers, or pizza. That's kind of like the triad of 3 cheat meals. Those are some of my favorites though. I don't really restrict myself during these meals. I tend to kind of just want to enjoy them and eat whatever I want. So compared to when I was 26, foundationally, instead of getting data and what to eat from bodybuilders, I'm getting it more from functional medicine folks and people that focus on gut health mainly. Back when I went to pharmacy school, there was basically no information that we really learned on diet. Some stuff that was emphasized were things such as saturated fat is bad, all fat is bad, salt is bad, which none of these are actually the case. They can be depending on the source where you're getting the saturated fat. For example, something like salami, not going to be good for you, but then something like butter, it's going to be perfectly fine and a healthy food option for most people. Some other things that I do now are only whole foods. Working in the pharmacy, I've had a lifetime of smoothies over the 10 years or so that I worked in the pharmacy, so don't want to do that. I'm also limiting the amount of liquids that I'm consuming during meals by having whole foods and not smoothies, which can help increase my stomach acid. While I typically only have 3 meals a day, if I am hungry before bed, I will have a small snack. I'll often have carbs before bed, and this has had no impact on my physique or body composition. I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning daily now. I never try to time my meals, which I always used to do, and I don't ever bring food with me anymore. So review the key differences now in the things that I think will be most impactful for you. The very first one, and this is by far the most important thing if you only take one thing from this video, please try to switch from highly processed foods to whole single ingredient foods if you have not done so already. If I eat highly processed foods now, even at a time where my gut health is really good, oftentimes I'll still get digestive issues. So having good gut health, this should not be an excuse to still make really poor food choices. It should be to feel good and then to support your body to help it keep feeling good by giving it the right types of foods. I've also eliminated alcohol for the most part. I will have 1 or 2 drinks once in a while, and this has a noticeable impact on how my gut health and digestion feels for at least 1 to 2 days, sometimes 3. So again, even if you have a good gut health, that doesn't mean your body's going to be able to handle everything and you're going to feel perfect all the time. But it's going to be up to you to make the choices that you know help you feel the best. And then the third difference I'll talk about is snacks. So I've completely cut out snacks in between meals. For somebody like me that did have small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, this can help with gut motility because if you go longer periods of time without eating, say 4 hours or more, it may help your small intestine clear itself out and it may make it less likely for SIBO to come back. That is all for today. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel for more related content. Since you watched till the end, I think you're going to enjoy one of these 2 videos next. And if you're new to my channel, thanks for watching. I post a new video every Monday and then YouTube shorts throughout the week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.